Hello YouTubers, Manny here from Manny's How To Workshop. Welcome back to my channel with a long overdue part 2 of the fence build. So as you can see, there's my the front of the fence section that I built a couple years back with my 2 gates that I made. And just to give you an update, so if you remember, that section right there was the original fence that I did for you guys using the galvanized post as the fence post. But as you can see, there's another new section to it. Okay, so originally I was gonna put my gate from there to the house, and I'll show you once we go inside that I kept one of the original 4x4 posts that I had put against my house that was gonna hold the other gate on that side over there. So that I kept it so that I would have somewhere to put my framing for the extension. All right, so why the extension? So I actually added another 6 foot coming this way. The reason for that is that I needed to increase my space back there, okay, and so that I can park at least two, a car, trailer, 2 trailers. Originally it was supposed to be for my work trailer, but my work trailer is going to be parked right here in front of the gate, and I'll tell you the reason why here in a minute. So like I said, I went with the extension, 6 foot extension. I kept it straight, right down the line from the original, and tied right into it, nice and easy. The brackets that was at the end right there, I had cut them to make a 2x4 fit in there, but I rebent them up so that I can put another my framing on the bottom, in the middle, and the top, just like I did the other one. And for the front post, I could have gone with the galvanized post, but I wanted extra height. And these here, it looks like a 4x4, but it's actually a 4x6. So you can see that it sticks up a little bit higher right there above the the picket line on the top. But as you can see right there on the bottom, it's actually a 4x6. 4x6 because I knew that my gate spans were going to be pretty big. So from the inside of that 4x6 to the inside of that 4x6 on the ground anyway is 110 inches exactly. So if you divide that by 2, that's 55 inches. So that means my gates can be 55, right? But at the same time, you got to subtract your gapping. So I chose to go with only a 1/4 inch gap. And now I know what you're thinking. Okay, well, you can start off at a 1/4 inch, but eventually, these gates are going to sag. Yes. So what I did was, for each post, okay, I set them in concrete just like everything else. Plus I went down 36 inches, 3 feet. And these are 4x6 by 10 feet. So that means I have 7 feet exposed above ground. So what I was getting back to the gap, yes, the weight of the gates are going to pull down and close that gap. Not so much on the bottom, because you can see on the bottom, I still have my 1/4 inch. But on the top, you can see it's getting closer. Well, what I did for the posts on the outside, and instead of making them plumb on the level, I went back just a little bit, maybe 1/8 of the bubble backwards, so that, because I knew that once I built the gate and loaded it up, it was going to pull in. And sure enough, on this one for sure, I definitely gave it a little extra, outward this way, because now it's actually pulling in a little. And that's the reason why for the gap closing here. But I got a fix for that too later. So just to, a heads up, if you're planning on making a gate for this kind of a span, just be mindful of that you're going to have to tilt your posts either way, so that when they come, when you put the weight of the gate on it, they'll actually come and set to where you need it. As if you noticed also, I only have 2 hinges on each side, right? Now, this is a pretty tall gate. Matter of fact, the framing was 71 inches, and these are 6-foot pickets. And if you look on the bottom, you see there's a big gap, right? Well, that's okay, because later on I plan on building that up with some screed, and then coming back with the 2-inch by 8-inch by 16-inch concrete blocks, so that I'm gonna put it all the way down, like all the way in there, like fill it in completely from one side to the other, which is gonna give me a nice platform, and that's gonna help to close up this gap over here. Plus, I have to, later when I decide to go ahead and redo the grass is gonna grow there. It's gonna kind of hide up the gap anyway, which is fine. Plus, not only that, this gap also creates it so that because the land pitches from that house down to mine, and since I built my fence with the gap underneath like that, the water has a place to channel and come out. All right. So, matter of fact, I'm in the process of cleaning up some hinges. I'm going to put a 3rd hinge right here in the middle, because the framing, as you can see where the screws are, is right there. And that will give it extra added support and keep the gate from falling any further. Okay. And these hinges are pretty beefy. The ones that I'm cleaning up, I'm going to repaint same color as these as well. All right. So I went ahead and put my, this is a kit, by the way, I got from Lowe's. It comes with all the hinges, well, 4 hinges in total. No, it actually came with 2 hinges. I bought 2 extra hinges, but it came with the handle, this latch pin, this type of latch right here. Okay, let me just go ahead and open it. And right here where the latch goes, I had to notch out, as you can see, because when you put this on here, it actually sticks out a little bit. So I had to notch it out. And this kind of latch here is made to go on a 4x4 post. Okay, because you can see right there where it has this little bend, and that's supposed to actually land on a 4x4. But you can also use it in this application also. Okay. Before we finish going in there, let me show you a quick feature that I did. All right, so when I open the gate, comes all the way to the back. Like when I'm putting something in there, I can open it all the way till it stops against the fence. Put an eye loop here with a little chain, a little hook right there, so that, do it like that. Guess what? Mr. Wind will not grab this gate and slam it on me, because it's been windy here for the last couple months. No rain, dry as hell, and freaking wind, man. I'm pissed off because I got a nice mango tree back there, and wind is shaking my tree down and dropping some mangoes. And it's the first year too that it flowered, but not to get off subject. So anyway, like I said, put my latch on, and this latch has a cool feature right here. You can lock this from the inside. So once the door closes, if you slide this part right here like that, see, that doesn't go up, and it doesn't allow this to be open either. Once that pin is in this hole right here, okay, this won't be able to go up. So you can also lock it from the outside with a padlock, and it's dual. You can lock it on the top or on the bottom when the 2 holes line up. But just to unlock, see, like if it goes like this, if it locks it the other way, then you can slide it and it doesn't open. I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, so basically, let me film right in the, I guess I can do this one. Alright, so you can see my framing is 2x4 treated, and what I did was, I actually, on my table saw with some dado blades, I made some dado cuts, half the distance, and and the width of the 2x4 on all the corners, and then they overlap, and then you screw them together. So right here I only got 1 screw this side, but coming in from this direction, there's 4 screws on 4 places. And same thing I did over here, okay, in this corner. As you can see, like I said, this board is sitting half and half. This is cut half, that's half, okay, and all the joints are the same. So you can see that right now I only have, the top piece, the 2 uprights, and the middle piece. But eventually what I'm going to do is probably, let me see if I can do it in this one in the shade. Probably looks better. Okay, there we go. So we don't have the sun. All right, so what I'm going to do is come in with an angle, a piece to go this way like this, and then from that one back to this one right here. Kind of helps to tie in everything, helps to keep the gate more secure, more rigid, and that way it'll be nice and sturdy. Okay, and so like I was saying, that's quick construction. Instead of trying to get all crazy with the angles and everything, or making an X, you know, do this first, because this way right here, where you, like I said, you make the dado cuts, half on this one, half on this one, then you put them together, and you, because this almost like it acts like a solid section once you screw them all down. And then I added, like I said, one screw on each, on the back side, or this, yeah, because this is the back side, this is the front side, just as an added, you know, security. And so here's the section, like I said, that I added right there. That's where it left off, the galvanized post. As you can see, all I did is continue my framing. Same thing, follow the same dimensions, 2x6 kickboard. And I'll show you on this side since it's the sun is not so bright. Okay. Oh, and here's that 4x4 I was telling you that I kept. That was attached originally. This is where the original gate for this side was going to be. But I kept it because, yes, I could have screwed these into the concrete, but it would have required me putting anchors in there, you know, and then trying to get it right, measuring and getting it right in place. I said, you know what, it's just as easy to get these brackets, 2x4 brackets, keep this in place, you know, attach it there, and then same thing on the bottom. I got a 2x6 one, and then just run that straight all the way to this one. So the edge of the house is the outside of this 4x6 over here, because you can see that the pickets are nice and flush, like even all the way across. And I did that on purpose. You know, you use a string method and like attach it like here, run your string there, square it off, the 3-4-5 method, and that stuff will come out true and square every time. Okay, so you can see, like I said, I just kept it over there and then attached it with the same bracket, 2x4 bracket right there. Screw it here, here, and then on the back side. Before you put the pickets, you got 3 places to screw it in. And these are lat screws, 1-inch lat screws, nice low profile, flush, and yeah, you can see part of the concrete right there. But these guys, freaking, you know, these are thick, and like I said, that ain't going nowhere. But as you can see now, see, I got my other utility trailer and that little car that I'm still working on, you know. Oh, here's the reason why for the extension. I have an asshole neighbor that lives right next to me, came in, kicked his tenants out, started renovating the house, and then all of a sudden, freaking county shows up and tells me that there was a complaint that I had too many trailers in my yard, and I had some inoperable vehicles. Well, this one works. This car works no problem. So this is the reason why I made this. So now I can hide these two here, close the gate, nobody's business. Like I said, this trailer will be parked right in front, right here. And now I'm in the process of, I know I'm getting off a little topic, but process of moving this truck and van out of here to my uncle's property, so that the inspector can come back and see that everything is good to go. And then, you know, he can sign off, close the case, and I'll be done with it. But there it is, guys. I know it's been a long time coming. It's been a couple of years. Like I said, the original part 2 was going to be to make gates going from this post to that post over there, where I had another 4x4 and a 2x4 lined up, you know, with this post. But I decided to go ahead and give it another 6-foot extension, so that I can go ahead and make more space in there and be able to, you know, put my my trailers in there and give me the time to work on things as I needed to. So, like I said, this is a great feature. Oh, I almost forgot. There's one other feature that you're going to need and I might do it for both of them. I did it for only one right now, is these pin. This is the extra long one. This is the 18-inch one, and it's cool because it's got the 2 guides right there. And I love this feature. When you pull it up like this, lift it up, just set it there, and then you can open the gate. And then when you get the gate fully open, all you got to do is push this bar into the dirt. It'll hold it for you. This right here, according to the instructions, all you need is a pipe, either a metal pipe or a PVC pipe that can fit. This one is about, I think it's like 1/2 inch thick or 9/16 thick. Could even be 5/8. But anyway, and then you got at least 12 inches, and then you drive that into the ground. So if you're doing that, make sure that you cut this on an angle at the tip. Makes you go into the ground easier. Use a block of wood on top and a hammer, pound it down. And I pounded it down as far as I thought I needed it, because I needed to bring the car in here, and at first it was sticking up to here, and I'm saying, nah, it's gonna hit the bottom of the car. So I went down further enough. And if I need to take it out, I can take it out, and then eventually encase it in cement or a concrete block. Just drill the hole just for this. I don't need the pipe. Drill a hole into the concrete block and then bury the concrete block. Like I said, once I put those other blocks here, but I'm gonna wait and see what happens, because I might come right to the edge with the concrete blocks, right there, and then just make a lip going down. But we'll see. Anyway, so here it is. Yeah, I didn't mean to make it this long, but I just wanted to make sure I gave you guys all the information that you needed. And then this little notch, yeah, my only mistake on the dado table. I was tired because I was only supposed to dado from here over, and then I made the wrong pencil mark, and I started there. I'm like, oh, come on. So I said, I'm not going to throw that piece out. I'm going to keep it, but I'll come back and just make a piece to fit in there and screw it down and everything. You won't even notice it because it's on the back side anyway. So, all right, guys. What I'll do is I'll put some links down below in the video description for these little brackets where you can get them, and like this one for the 2x6. Okay, because this is perfect. For where you got something flush like that, you can just put this in there. It's not it's kind of like a joist hanger, but not exactly, because this one here, it's split in half and you squeeze it together. And I put one edge on this edge and then squeezed it together, used a dummy piece, put it in there, screw it down, and it works perfect. Provides a nice surface, easy to install, right? So there it is. Let me go ahead and close her up, and you guys can see. There we go. Oh, and this little handle feature, see, this handle goes right over this pin. So when this handle is in there, it's secured. This pin is secured like 2 different ways. All right, so you close it. See, goes right in there. It was kind of rubbing just a hair, but not a problem. And then, like I said, because to keep it, would be thieves. I don't want nobody coming and stealing my mangoes middle of the night. I'm gonna go ahead and lock this. Hold on a second. These locks are one of those funky locks. There we go. But so there it is, guys. Finally got it done. Yeah, didn't need the damn county coming after me telling me I need to do this and that. But anyway, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Don't forget to hit the bell notification for more upcoming videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.